Alright guys, so shop update. Y'all are on a leash because my phone's about to die. I've been working some serious hours. So yesterday I did a 17-hour day. The silver GSX R1000 here. Tore the motor down. New crank. Cleaned everything. New bearings throughout. Replaced the rods. New 07 Gixxer oil pump. Just changed the shaft out for the shorter shaft. All new gaskets. Went through the head. Basically remanned the motor. Did remand the motor, just with a brand new crank. Normally a remand doesn't involve a new crank unless it's about a bearing, which in his case he did. Starts up, runs great. Idle down. There it is. So that thing runs awesome. It's got new pistons and rings as well. Customer opted for that. Normally I wouldn't replace the pistons and rings. Normally I'd inspect the rings for wear, make sure they're within tolerance, within reasonably well into tolerance, not at the bottom of tolerance. Otherwise I'd replace them. So that thing's rocking and rolling. It's got 2 heat cycles on it. I just finished one. Trust me, I wouldn't have revved it cold. Let's see. The orange bike, I got the air compressor mounted and plumbed. I have to grab a relay in the morning. It got a little late for me to get to the parts store. And put a relay on that for his hob switch to turn on and off. That'll be ready to go. I just got to put the bodywork back on it and send it home. The Hyper Boost Killer Kill Shot has the quick shifter calibrated now and working. The air shifter is set up, not installed because it doesn't work with his rear sets. We're looking at options on that right now. CO2 bottle, I found a solution. We're going to do a 1-pound nitrous bottle with a dual regulator, one for boost control, one for the air shifter. And I'm going to mount that on a DME bracket. It's the only thing that fits on that short wheelbase between the front of the arm and the tire. Okay, I got 4 inches. It is 3 1/4 to 3 1/2, depending on how she measured on the bracket, so it should fit. We're going to gain about another 1/2 inch or so when he changes gearing. Could gain up to 1 inch if he goes aggressive with the gearing. But that is completely dyno tuned out. Gasoline, E85. E85, it peaks out 28 pounds at 364 foot-pounds of torque to 608 horsepower. Gasoline, I believe it was like 280 foot-pounds of torque. Don't quote me on that. I'm not looking at it. But I do know the horsepower was 458 on pump gas at 16 PSI with timing out, very conservatively fueled. Now, I think this is a personal opinion, okay? This is not the opinion of Motorhead. It's not the opinion of the owner because they both opted not to do it. I think if I can get it to burn it rich enough, like 10-8 to 1, 11 to 1, with 4 or 5 degrees of timing out, I can make 500 on pump gas on that thing. But they opted not to. That is not a verified number. That's just a theoretical, I think, because it's like 18.5 pounds of boost. We've run 20 on these before on pump gas. It's nothing. Alright, so the ZX10 motor for Forest, I built the entire motor, well, almost the entire motor last night. I went to put the head on today, started torquing. First step, I was doing 22 foot-pounds, then I was going to go to 42. It didn't make it past 22. So all of them but one head bolt torqued. That last one went to 20, and at 21 it let go and dropped back down to 15 and pulled the threads. So drilled it, put helicoils in it, pulled the helicoils right back out. So I've got to get a 16.5 millimeter long M10 by 125 helicoil. And I've got to countersink it, which ought to make it just a happy joy time. But then that'll be ready to go back and go into his Omouth X-Ray. I've got his parts in for his motor. I need to go pull the motor and get his transmission out for second gear back cut. Let's see, Boost X, the turbo is officially shipped out on the way back. The ZX14, the customer didn't opt for this, so I'm doing it as a little insurance. It sucks, I ate it out of pocket. I'm upgrading a few things, so give me 5 seconds. So the customer supplied a used oil pump gear set. I didn't like it. Brand new oil pump gears. Something I do to every 14, which I hate building Kawasaki's. I don't want to build Kawasaki's. There's much better builders like Boomstoon and such that do Cowies every day. upgraded oil pump gear, billet oil pump plate, high pressure oil relief valve. These should keep it from doing what it did. Although in this case it didn't spin a bearing, it just bent the crank, which was impressive. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Scotty has been porting all night on his head. It looks phenomenal. What he did yesterday was nothing. I don't even know if I posted that video. If I didn't, well, I didn't. But Brett's bike has the turbo kit installed, engine in the frame, mocked up the blow-off valve, so that is going to get an upgraded kit. The On3 kit that's on it, he will wind up selling. For now, we're running the On3 turbo, header, charge pipe, and blow-off valve. I reconfigured them to the same positions that Scott Davis sets up my favorite flavor, 3076 full merge V-band, so that all the lines are already in place for when Brett gets them. He can install that turbo kit, and then I can go ahead and retune. But for now, we're going to complete it with what's on there. So if it has boost creep, which it will, I'm not concerned about it. We'll deal with it later, so on and so forth. I may wind up holding the gate open to tune gasoline, because I'm really sketched that it's going to have a lot more boost than we think. Silver bike just needs to go up on the dyno. I need to get that damn thing on the dyno. I need Colts off. This silver bike is going on the dyno tomorrow. It's going to go home. So I'm not going to lie. As a business owner, if you've ever owned a business or run a business, you know what it's like when you're deep in a bunch of projects, whether it's drywall and painting, whatever you do, and you need some quick cash to pay bills and keep ahead. You have a bunch coming, it's just not here, and you have bills coming up. That is what the silver bike was. I know he has the money in pocket. I know I had all the parts here to complete it in a quick manner, in case, actually 24 hours complete. I needed to turn it. It had nothing to do with priority over anyone else. It's just a fact of I could physically complete it quickly and pay the bills. So this one will be gone tomorrow. I think that's everything that's in the shop right now. Yeah, I still got Red Gixxer in storage. He'll be out in July, picking that up. That actually could go on the dyno anytime. I never did dyno it. As soon as he said he wouldn't be able to pick it up for about 8-9 months, I decided it could get put to the back burner for dyno. But I'll get it out in dyno at one of these times. I think that's everything we got going on. I have a funeral to attend on the 25th, so I will not be open that weekend. This weekend, I am working on a bunch of shit. Oh, Spencer's bike. So I ordered shims. The shims all came in. They shipped me 7.48 instead of 9.48 millimeter shims. So I express overnighted those shims from OEM Cycle. It cost me a lot of money, but it is what it is. It was a mistake. I actually looked back. The order was for 7.48, so I screwed that up in the middle of the night. So I get for working too many hours. In any case, it is 10 o'clock at night. I've been here since 7 o'clock this morning. Yesterday I did 7 o'clock until 12:30. Been working my ass off. I'm going to go get some sleep. But hey, I'm down 9 pounds. Y'all have a beautiful day.